to have a thing in Lombardo. Somebody had a red paper. They would like steal it from each other.
I thought that was very funny. So,
What is this?
see here.
From Murph? Yeah. All right. Call the meeting to order at 7:37 p.m.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacic, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
An opening prayer, Pastor Jeff.
Let us pray. Our Lord God Almighty, let us pray for our local, our state, and our national government, that in their foresight we may come together as one nation, united in community. May we open the table this evening in support of this township and come together in grace and justice. May we, the leadership, better the lives of our neighbors in fair and serve with highest honor and moral. This we pray in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Okay, we have no other preliminary matters tonight, so we'll move on to regular business. Item number 1 under our regular business is the correction and adoption of minutes from the February 15th, 2023 board meeting. And Councilwoman Lukacic, would you like to take that item?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, thank you. I did have an opportunity to review February 15, 2023's regular board meeting minutes, and I make no changes or corrections. Make a motion that we approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 2 under regular business tonight is the consideration of all fund bills. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item?
Yes, Supervisor. I took a moment to review the fund bills. And there is a total of $220,643.59. I make a motion to pay out these fund bills. A second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 3 tonight under our agenda is our correspondence. We've got quite a few items tonight. All have been received and filed in the town clerk's office. Item number 1 is the dog control officer's report for February 2023. Item number 2 is the town clerk's report for February 2023. Item number 3 are the income statements that have been adjusted from 2022 and also into 2023 as we closed out the books. And again, so that's for November 2022, December 2022, January 2023, and February 2023. Item number 4 is a letter from Landmark Wealth Management for the annual required disclosures. Item number 5 is a letter from the Arts Services Incorporated, which is an ASI grant that the town had received. Very happy to say that we've received our highest amount ever, over $5,000 this year. Item number 6 is a letter from the Erie County Department of Health Division and of Environment Health Services. Item number 7 is the North Boston Town Park and Restaurant Pavilion meeting minutes from March 1st. Item number 8 is the Architect Field Report, number 15, also from that pavilion meeting. Item number 9 is the Sicoli construction schedule, which was submitted on March 1st. Item number 10 is the RTS, or Rural Transit Services Advisory Board meeting minutes from February 28th, 2023. Item number 11 is the OCA, Office of Court Administration, audit notice for the 2022 records for the Unified Justice Courts. Item 12 is the municipality referral to Erie, or County of Erie, for 7832 Fedek Road. That particular document, just for some clarification from the agenda, that is for a potential proposed solar farm in the community from Delaware River Solar. Item number 13 is a response letter from the Erie County Department of Environment and Planning regarding 7832 Fedek Road, regarding that solar farm. Item number 14 is an application for use of town meeting facility from the Boston Democratic Committee. Item number 15 is a report from myself, Supervisor Keating, for the affidavit of completion of courses for the Certified Town Official Training for the Association of Towns. Item number 16 is the Association of Towns 2023 proposed legislative program. We'll make note there is a section of that legislative agenda that pertains to municipalities being able to have a say in their the speeds on their town roads. I know it's something that has come up quite a bit here in the town. We sent many letters over to Erie County, but that is something I'm very happy to say that was voted and will be carried out to Albany. Item number 17 is the Town of Eden Zoning Board of Appeals for 4493. That's more of a form, and that was more of a formality and notice for the neighboring community. Again, all those items have been received and filed with the town clerk's office. On to new business. Item number 1 is request from the floor. I'll open up the floor for any public comment. If anyone would like to speak, please come up to the microphone, state your name, address, and you have 3 minutes each.
Jay Jackson, 7964 Back Creek Road. For some reason today, it occurred to me, I was thrown back to 2020 and 2021 when the pandemic was happening. It's nice to see faces. I've said numerous times to numerous people, human communication is 50 to 70% visual, 20 to 30% auditory. By the time you're sending emails, sending texts, 90% of your message is lost. Good to see you all.
All right. With no other further comment, I will close the floor. Item number 2 is a resolution number 2023-24 for retaining Western New York Law Center to take action related to zombie property located at 9690 Trevitt Road. I'll take this item tonight. So I'd like to make a motion to approve this resolution. What this is, folks, there's a property located at 9690 Trevitt Road, sadly, that classifies as a zombie property, which means that that property is in a foreclosure status and it falls in line with the state state guidelines that the Western New York Law Center can help us not only get that property back onto the tax rolls, but also in this particular situation, hopefully get the property in a safe condition. It's been leaking water for quite some time. Still is leaking water as we sit here today. So I'm very happy to get partner with the Western New York Law Center. So I'd like to make a motion to pass resolution 2023-24.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 3 tonight is resolution 2023-25, an updated agreement with the Erie County SPCA for the adoption of seized dogs. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Resolution 2023-25 is an updated agreement with the Erie County SPCA for the adoption of seized dogs. I'd like to make a motion we adopt this resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 4 tonight is resolution 2023-26, opposing proposal to ban natural gas appliances. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item?
It would be my pleasure. Before I read this resolution in its entirety, I feel it's very important, and I would like to thank our counsel, Sean Costello, for preparing such a thoughtful resolution. So the motion is on the table. 2023-26, opposing the proposal to ban natural gas appliances. Whereas Governor Hochul stated in her January 10th, 2023 State of the State remarks that she's proposing a plan to end the sale of any new fossil fuel powered heating equipment by 2030 and calling for all new construction to be zero emissions starting in 2025 for small buildings and 2028 for large buildings. And whereas the state appears to be out of step with most of the nation in this plan, and President Biden's White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, stated on January 11, 2023, that, quote, the president does not support banning gas stoves. And whereas the state's proposal to is intended to push the state towards greater utilization of renewable sources of energy, but could create a burden and pose a threat to Western New York residents, including those in the town of Boston. And whereas the town of Boston experiences both severe weather and frequent power outages, which means that without natural gas appliances, including furnaces, stoves, and water heaters, residents may suffer great discomfort and possibly even bodily harm during power outages. Whereas the blizzard that impacted Buffalo and other parts of Western New York in December of 2022 illustrates the potential danger associated with the state's proposal. And whereas the December 2022 blizzard resulted in widespread and lengthy power outages and dozens of fatalities, and without gas appliances, which are fed by more resilient infrastructure than the current electrical grid, many more people who lost power may have lost their lives. Because gas stoves, fireplaces, and other appliances provided a vital and life-sustaining method for emergency heating and cooking, including boiling water during the power outages. Whereas alternatives to natural gas heating appliances may not be reliable as a sole source heating system in cold weather appliances have more moving parts and are expensive to maintain and repair, with the cost of mandatory installation of electric appliances placing an unnecessary burden on families in Boston and across New York State at a time when the cost of living has significantly outpaced wage growth. And whereas it is well established that the electrical grid in New York State as a whole does not have the capacity to handle the additional demands that a transition to all electric appliances would impose. And the electrical grid in Boston in particular is prone to failure, which may be exacerbated by additional demand. And whereas the costs and impact of transitioning away from reliable and cost-effective gas appliances in places like the town of Boston should be carefully considered, and the state's energy infrastructure grid should go through a more thorough review to understand how such a transition will impact the energy production and distribution system as a whole, as well as the impact of the residential energy systems before any action is taken. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town of Boston hereby urges Governor Hochul and the New York State Legislature to pause in their rush and to fully examine the real-life impact their decisions will have for all New Yorkers, especially those who are in the most danger of suffering from electrical grid failures and those least able to afford the costs that will rely on natural gas appliances. Of this resolution be forwarded to Governor Hochul's, the Western New York delegation of the New York State Senate and Assembly, and any other party deemed necessary and proper. Ladies and gentlemen, the motion is on the floor.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. And I will also add, folks, for those of us, for those of you in the audience, a very similar resolution was prepared by the Erie County Legislature that had passed bipartisan support, 11-0. Also was put in front of the Association of Erie County Governments, which is a body of supervisors and mayors all across Erie County, also unanimously passed bipartisan as well. So all of these letters and resolutions will be going to Senator Galvin's office. I had a meeting with him, so we'll keep keep everyone in the loop as this scoping plan moves forward. So moving right along, the next item we have tonight is resolution, item number 5 is resolution 2023-27, engineering services for town hall generator project. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2023-27, where the town of Boston identified a need for a natural gas generator to provide emergency backup power to the town hall. We would like to use proposed engineer Clark Patterson Lee to provide professional engineering services, including design, bidding, and construction administration required to accomplish this project for a total fee of $20,000. I'd like to make a motion to approve this resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 6 tonight under new business is Resolution 2023-28 for a purchase of a new printer for the supervisor's office. Since this applies to my office, I guess I'll take this one. So the printer that is currently in the office is coming out of its lease. So we went out and sought proposals for a new printer based off our now quantified utilization and printing use. So I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 2023-28 to approve the purchase of a new printer.
A second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 7 tonight is the 2023 annual DCO or Dog Control Officer Conference attendance request from our Dog Control Officer, Linda Sherry. And Councilwoman Lukacic, would you like to take that item?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor.
You don't have that in my packet. You don't?
Hmm?
It should be a
It's
cover
an
letter.
email.
Oh, it's the email.
Yeah, you got it right there.
So I make a motion that we approve Linda Sherry to attend the dog control, the DCO and ACO conference on April 19, 20, this coming April.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 8 tonight is the 2022 Service Award points for the North Boston Fire Company. And if you don't mind, Councilman Cardicchini, if you would also like to take item number 9 for the 2022 Service Award points for Passion Fire Company.
Certainly. Do you want me to do,
Yeah, each separately, but yeah, if you want to take them both,
well,
Well,
make a motion to approve this. Yeah, each.
independently, though.
Kelly, are you
That's
going to
correct.
do EMS? Okay.
Yeah, and Kelly will do E EMS.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the 2022 Service Award points for the North Boston Fire Company.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. My next motion is to, I propose a resolution to adopt the 2022 Service Award points for the Patchen Fire Company.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 10 tonight is the 2022 Service Award points for the Boston Emergency Squad. Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item?
Yep. I make a motion to approve the service award points for 2022 for the Boston EMS.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 11 tonight is the Highway Superintendent's recommendation to bump Edward Brown up one step on the pay scale. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Yes, upon the recommendation of the Highway Superintendent, Robert Telak, I would like to make a motion to approve the approval of Edward Brown to receive the next step in his salary schedule effective the next pay period.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 12 tonight under new business is a application for use of facility for the Boston Democratic Social Club. Councilwoman Lukacic, would you like to take that item?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor. Barbara Moore had requested the Saturday, April 8th at 1 p.m. for the Easter egg hunt. Setup is 10 a.m., takedown is 4 p.m. Okay, and she's requesting the town hall community room with the kitchen and bathroom facilities and the town fields. I make a motion that we approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 13 tonight is another application for use of facility. You can tell the warmer weather is coming around, is for the Southtown Slammers. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item?
Are we tabling this?
This one is okay. Yeah, this is soccer. We'll table.
Okay. We have a application for use of facility from the Southtown Slammers.
Baseball.
I thought we were doing Brinkerhoff now. No? All
Mm-mm.
right, go ahead. Carry on.
Which one are we doing? We got
Yes.
them both.
No, the Slammers first.
Slammers.
I thought we were okay. Go ahead.
You're ahead of
Sorry to
the game.
interrupt.
All right. They're requesting the town fields number 1 and number 4. They are not serving alcohol. They are not having a private party, and they are not having a public event. So I make a motion that we approve this application of use of facility.
A second?
If I can just add on there to amend that motion, that there was an agreed upon rate with the Southtown Slammers of $150 for this year. With due to our state of affairs with the cost of chalk and other things, but there was a verbal agreement with the league president, so that will be for a check payment of $150.
I'm still seconding.
Okay. Thank you. Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes,
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
for Sandy. All right. Item number 14 tonight is an application for use of facility for the Boston Youth Soccer League. I'll take this item tonight. There's some discussion downstairs on the application that was submitted to us. I'd like to make a motion to table the Boston Youth Soccer League. I made an attempt to contact them and just have some discussion regarding basically the extent of the use of facility that's there and just how it may coincide with the other sporting leagues that the town tries to facilitate. So I'd like to make a motion to table the Boston Youth Soccer League application.
I will second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried to table.
All right. Item number 15 tonight is another application for use of facility for the Trooper Brinkerhoff Foundation annual run. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take?
There's been a application for use of facility from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're requesting the town community room, the Lion Shelter and parking and traffic control will be by Patchen Fire Company and the New York State Police. I make a motion to accept this use of facility.
A
sec-
second?
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And item number 16 is another application for use of facility for the town's Conservation Advisory Council annual fishing derby. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to also take that item?
Yes. Application for use of facility for the Town of Boston Conservation Advisory Council for their annual fishing derby, which will be occurring this year on May 13th from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. They will be using the town hall community room with kitchen and bathroom and also the Lion Shelter with bathroom facilities. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, on to old business for an item that was tabled from our last meeting. Item number 1 was a resolution 2023-20 for installation of new garage doors at the Boston EMS Hall. Just a little bit of a recap here. There's some questions at the work session from our last town board meeting on the way that the proposals were written regarding weather stripping. So we received that information from the vendor. I believe the town board is okay. So so I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution 2023-20.
Who are we awarding it to?
This is for national overhead door.
For the higher quality at 10,570.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. That is everything for tonight. So we'll move on to reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. First, brush pickup is going to start again April 1st. We'll do every road in town once in April. Then May 1st, we start again. We do every road again once in May. So every road will be done each month. And we're going to have plenty of wood chips this year because there's a lot of brush out there. So anybody looking for wood chips, fill out a sheet. We glad to deliver them. We're going to have quite a bit of fill available for anybody, and we're also got some broken blacktop down there that's available. Other than that, the street sweeping is going to start in the next few weeks. Ditch cleaning, anybody on a town road that wants their ditch cleaned out, give us a call. We'd be glad to clean out their ditch. Other than that, I'd like to thank the board for Eddie Brown's step increase in his salary. Other than that, we talked downstairs on a new truck for the brush pickup and leaf pickup. We put money in the budget of $85,000 for a new truck with a dump box for picking up brush and leaves. Well, it's a little short because the price went up from last year to this year, but we'll get the quotes together, and the board's pretty much okay with it's going to be over our cost a little bit, but I'll get the prices for the next meeting, and then we can go forward and order that truck. Other than that, that's all I have tonight.
All right. Thank you very much. Councilwoman Selby, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I was very happy to see that we got increased funding for our concerts this summer. So I'm sure we'll have some really good entertainment. And as it gets a little warmer, we see there's a lot of activities happening. Hopefully we can get a good response and people out for the fishing derby coming up and the Brinkerhoff run. A lot of great things happening, and I really look forward to the concerts. Well, congratulations to our arts who awarded that. We thank them for that. So that is all I have for tonight.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Councilman Cardicchini, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to welcome Matt Siller to the Town of Boston's board meeting. I understand you probably have some paperwork that needs to be filled out, so why don't you bring that up after the meeting's concluded? Also like to welcome his mom and dad. Gary Huber, who does a tremendous job with conservation and education in outdoor activities, hunting, fishing. He notified the town that there's going to be a DEC fish stocking of 18 Mile Creek on March 29th at 10 a.m. The location that's going to be stocked is Patchen Road Bridge. Anybody that's interested in volunteering, we're meeting here at 10 a.m. And there are going to be 410 brown trout stocked in 18 Mile Creek. And that's all I have tonight.
All right. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. For anybody that was planning on attending the planning board meeting yesterday, it did not happen. It was canceled, kind of late notice. They are planning or trying to do a poll to meet on March 28th at 7:30. So for those planning board members, please respond to the board clerk so we can make sure that we'll have a quorum. And that's all I have.
All right. Thank you very much. Councilwoman Norton, you have the floor.
Well, the only thing I have to say is it's nice to see all the springtime events being scheduled. Hopefully it's the end of our snowy, cold weather, and looking forward to speak to Kathy's comment. The increase in monies for the arts is a great thing for the town. Maybe Herb Klein's shining down on us and giving us a blessing. That's all I have tonight.
All right. Thank you. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. An update from the last Connect Life blood drive that was here at the Town Hall March 7th. There were 17 units collected, which helped save the lives of 51 local patients. I received a notice from the Bread of Life Outreach. Dear Bread of Life, Bread of Life Outreach Center is located just over the hill in Colden, New York, and serves many of the town areas. Please remember, we are here to serve those in need. Sardinia, Boston, and Concord, and hope that your town board will support us in our mission of feeding the hungry and clothing the naked. I do have a few pamphlets that were dropped off from the Bread of Life Outreach Center regarding the services. Gabe's on the Hill. Also for volunteer opportunities. I will reach out to Bread of Life for more of these. There's a few out in the hallway, but I will get more of those and also update for that. Town and county tax collection. That was on town payments received today, March 15th. Those can be, those were in payments that were made in my office through the Dropbox, and also would need to be postmarked by today, March 15th, to be considered on time. Tax collection will continue from March 16th through May 1st. There is a penalty of 7.5%, and that will increase each month by 1.5%. Taxes will be collected in my office through June 30th, 2023. If you have any questions, please feel free to call my office, 941-6113, extension 5. And that is all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Just a few things I have tonight. Just want to get some updates. The first one is the comprehensive plan that the public has probably been hearing us talk about. We're very fortunate to receive 4 proposals. So the town board has those. We've been reviewing them. We'll be going through and scoring those. For the proposals, just for kind of a public record, they do not have to be the lowest bid. They just have to be the ones that comply or fit us the best. And there's 2 grants that funded this. There's an Erie County Environment and Planning grant, and there's also a New York State Consolidated Funding Application, also known as a CFA grant. So there's a lot of criteria. We are pretty excited about that. I'm hoping that we'll have enough time to review these documents and have them on the first meeting or next board meeting here in April. Just want to give a brief update. I attended and I thank the board again for allowing me to attend the Association of Town annual meeting. There's a lot of great topics. There's a lot of things in the governor's budget this year, and there's a lot of legislation that's going on in Albany. So there's a lot of great topics out there. I wish I could have truly, in some cases, been like 3 people all at once, because there's that much good content. Thankfully, there's slide presentations and other things that you could review and take a look at and try to get a gist of what the conversation was if there wasn't a lot of detail. But that's always a great event for not only networking, but also bringing back that knowledge and sharing it with fellow board members or other departments. Again, I did touch base on this earlier, but the Association of Town legislative agenda items that are part of the board packet as far as correspondence. It's one of the things that the Association of Towns and many communities have been pushing New York State to allow local municipalities to set the speed limits on their local roads. It's something that's been asked not only from the public, but also past and current elected officials. So hopefully, the Assembly and the Senate and also the governor's office, they kind of hear this united voice. And also with the Highway Superintendents Association, they're also behind this as well. So we're really hoping we can, over our roads, because there are certain roads that people have asked for speed this may sound. This is where my personal opinion, policy and procedure kind of trumps common sense, but we can't put a 4-way stop in a particular area or lower speed limit to ensure the public safety. And that's a matter of a formality and the way that some of the New York State laws are written. So we'll see how it breaks out. And as more information comes out, as always, we'll be sure to share that information. The Rural Transit Advisory Board, at that particular meeting, we are looking for, the rural transit in general is looking for volunteers. So if anyone in the community is willing, there's a lot going on in today's world, but if someone is interested in a volunteer driver for rural transit, feel free to reach out to my office or contact Rural Transit directly. But they are looking for drivers, because there are times, even in our own community, where a resident will call up and need some transport, either to a doctor's office visit, pick up groceries or other things, and some of the services that Rural Transit provides, and they don't have the volunteers to kind of balance that out. So would have to seek other options, either through the county shuttle service or other opportunities are out there. So that would bring that up in the meeting. So here I am. Regarding the seniors again, the lunch program, it's great to see. I was kind of sharing this with the board members. We've had great turnouts. We're pushing at times over 20 people at the senior lunch program that is offered here every day. You do have to sign up for it. There's a suggested donation, but you do not have to pay for the program. This is something that's put on by Erie County. There's a push to. We know that there's people in need. To the town clerk's point, we have Bread of Life. Feed More of Western New York that's helping out. There's a lot of, things are not easy right now in today's world. So there's a lot of entities, and we just want to make sure that for some of these folks that attend the program right now today, the lunch that they receive is their only nutritious meal out of the entire day. And I know that only through, conversations. But this is somebody in our community. This is our neighbor. This is somebody we go to church with or see at the grocery store or pumping gas. So if you happen to know somebody that could take advantage of that program, please have them call the nutrition program or call the town hall. We'll get them in touch with the program. And it'd be great to grow that program. It's a great way to socialize as well. The big update that Resident Jay Jackson always asks about, so I promise I'll bring it up at this meeting. So there's a construction meeting for the Back Creek Road slide. So see him shake his head. So this has been talked about for 5 years. We're finally at the stage where the bid was out by Erie County. Finally, the bid was accepted. Union Concrete's going to be doing the restoration and the work over on Back Creek. For those of you that are not familiar with the situation, there was a slide that happened right at the bottom by Rice Hill Road. The road's been down to 1 lane for 5 years now. We finally have some of the legal matters resolved. The construction process is underway. They've been starting to cut trees, clear the brush, and prep everything for the work. There is a section under New York State DEC regulations that they cannot work in that stream bed because of the water flows that go through in that particular point in time. And as Councilman Cardicchini was saying, as you hear brown trout being dropped in a stream, you can't legally, you cannot change the translucency of the waters, how the DEC language reads. So construction has to be kind of, if you will, on pause for roughly about a month and a half timeline. But the proposed timeline right now is by the end of October. As road closures or other information is shared by the contractor, you'll hear, the community will hear about it through the town social media, Facebook page, town website, town board meetings, and then we'll be reaching out to all of our partners, such as it shouldn't affect the schools, but we are, as a courtesy, going to reach out to Fisher Bus, all of our first responders, and both law enforcement agencies, being the New York State Police and the Erie County Sheriff's Department. So the great news is it's finally underway. We hopefully we'll see that done before Halloween of this year. That's the goal. Right, exactly. Fingers crossed, exactly. So, and that's all I have for tonight. So I'll make a motion to end the meeting at 8:13 p.m.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.
I